It's before After the Fact, which is us talking about things after we've just talked about things, and we're going to talk about more things. We just talked about Kiss, and for Kiss, we talked about gateway songs. And again, here's your gateway, patreon.com/ohhijustin. But it got me to thinking of some gateway songs either for Kiss, since that's what we were talking about, or any other band, really. Fredo, I was wondering, is there a gateway song for you that sticks out immediately?
There's gateway songs for every band I like, but the one I'll tell you that sticks out for me is "Pump It Up" by Elvis Costello, for Elvis Costello and the Attractions. That song, when you hear that beginning, which is that thump, boom, 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 and then you hear it almost sounds like a train whistle with the guitar, like wow, wow, and then he comes in with the keyboard. And it's almost a mesmerizing. That right there was the one song that made me say, "Oh shit, I need to hear more Elvis Costello and the Attractions." And Elvis Costello is one of my top 10 artists of all time, and it was that one song that got me in there.
So, Mike, do you have any gateway songs? Something that got you into a band?
Well, I think too, like when I think about a gateway song, I don't even just think about a band. I think about a whole genre, and I think about listening to like Johnny Cash, and I don't know if it's any particular song from Johnny Cash, but I guess like maybe you could just Ring of Fire, just anything super popular when you're really young and you're hearing like country music for the first time. And granted, like he was a country artist that would sell out Madison Square Garden, and he'd be up north and sell places out. But then you go down like the genre of like that old style country music, and then you start to break into like folk music from there. And like that's what like got me into acoustic and banjos and mandolins and things like that. And yet still there's rock and roll there. It's really kind of all the same shit.
Yeah.
there's always going to be that the classic rock and roll behind it. And I loved I loved that about Johnny Cash, that it brought me into this whole different realm.
Yeah, they say rock and roll is the bastard child of country and western and rhythm and blues.
Right.
Johnny Cash would be a great example of that.
And that's what, I play in a band, and I play in an Irish rock band. But I mean, like, we're an Irish band, but we're not an Irish band. We're all those things that we've ever liked and adopted. And we just happen to have acoustics and banjos. And like Johnny Cash would lead me to like the Pogues or Flogging Molly, any of that kind of stuff. And when you go to Ireland, which I did, I went to Ireland, they don't ask you to play the Pogues and they don't ask you to play the Dubliners. They ask you to play Johnny Cash, and they ask you to play Kiss when you're at the pub, because they grew up on that shit. They want what we grew up on. It's pretty wild. So like I'm gonna go a little bit different with the gateway and say that listening to Johnny Cash in general. And again, either one of those kind of songs that you hear that was popular, that led you to a Johnny Cash record, that led you to a whole different world of music.
All right. I dig it. I didn't even think of that. But I also, I'm going to take it a different way too, because I was thinking about when the Smashing Pumpkins lost Jimmy Chamberlain to jail. They had to pivot.
They were a great band, Jail.
Yeah, they had to pivot their sound. And so first, The End is the Beginning is the End comes out from the Batman and Robin soundtrack. But then from the Lost Highway soundtrack comes out. And if you listen to the progression, End is the Beginning is the End is more of a rocking tune. Is very electronic. And if you didn't see a door coming from that, you're mad. The rest of the world apparently did not, and Adore universally panned. But to me, that's the doorway right there. You see it coming. If you listen to that song, you know what Adore is going to be. So for me, it's definitely Smashing Pumpkins. Surprise, surprise, yet another Smashing Pumpkins answer from your boy right here. So you want to support your boy, patreon.com/oh hi Justin. Would love to have you aboard. And also you can subscribe, rate, comment, do all that stuff for all the podcasts that come out on Thursday, including our discussion on Kiss.